certainly not sitting on a riverbank. It is wonderful to be here. Not many people have home like this beautiful land and this place, and to be here for so long. 70 years ago, more than 70 years ago, my mother was in this front yard being proposed to, or should I say by an American serviceman. Spent a lifetime with daydreams, little girl dreams, and one day Daddy will turn up and rescue me. I realised a long time ago that it was just a fairy tale. I thought it was a fairy tale. Maybe it is a fairy tale. But I still hope one day he'll turn up. He's a lucky man and he doesn't know it. He's got beautiful grandchildren. The sad part is I can't tell them who he is. And I need to know. I don't know who I am. How can I tell my children and my grandchildren who I am without my father's name? And there's no one left in this family to tell me. All the elders have gone. I'm now the matriarch of this family. And I can't get any more information than what I've already been given by those oldies that have already passed, and it was very sketchy information. Looking for Tommy in New York has been like a needle in a haystack. But I never quit. Father's name was Tommy. I grew up with the name of Tommy standing for Daddy in my language, in my mind, in my heart. But it's almost like a figment of my imagination. So I've waited so long. I've never been told precisely what my father's surname is, so I'm really lost in trying to find him. I only know him as Tommy from New York City. I know that he was here in Australia between 1940 and 44 maybe. I was born in 1943 and he was here when I was born. He nursed me, he named me, and then he left. He left me a medal care of an elderly aunt who waited 65 years before she told me she had the medal, and by that time she was in the stage of forgetting things and she couldn't remember my father's surname. She didn't write it down anywhere. She was very unhappy about not being able to tell me because she'd forgotten. But I thought, love and feelings and thoughts, and since I thought of him every day, I believed one day he would pick up on my vibes and come back to this country if he's not already here. Today, I'm a bit dubious about making this tape. I've never done anything like this before, but if it's the only way I can find my father or get a message to him, then so be it. I have a cousin 6 years older than me, and he told me only 10 years ago that he knew Tommy, he remembered Tommy, and he remember the day that Tommy came to this land and offered my mother an engagement ring, which eventually ended up in the river because she refused to accept it. And that cousin told me that Tommy's surname was Cantatori. I doubted it because it was the memories of a 6-year-old child that I was listening to, and I questioned him on it, but he was very adamant and he believed Tommy's name is Cantatori. I haven't been able to find any Cantatoris in New York City. I've had friends check for me on computers and looking at army records. Perhaps he was in the Navy or the Air Force, I don't know. I know he was a serviceman, and I think he was stationed at Strathpine, although there are many other local servicemen's bases around this area. Strathpine is just one of many, so he could have come from another camp area somewhere around Brisbane. I can't be certain how long he was here for. I know how long I've been waiting, and I do hope that somebody out there will recognise the names I've given and help me find my father and grandfather and great-grandfather for my children. And maybe I will feel a more complete person when I know who I am.